you say? Good boy. What you say? Good girl. Good girl, what, Alf? What? Good boy. Good guy. Oh, thank you. Oh, I know. Hi. Okay. Hi everyone. Wanted to discuss the subject today of rescue and rehabilitating dogs, and adopt, don't shop, as they say. Hi mate, this is my rescue dog. Oh, Alfie. Yes, he's very handsome, aren't you? So this is Alfie. We rescued Alfie about 2 years ago, wasn't it, mate? He wasn't from a rescue centre, unfortunately. He was from, it was a personal rehome. He was only 5 months old at the time. He was showing signs of aggression, resource and food guarding, so we decided to take him on. He has been a challenge, don't get me wrong. He is nearly 3 now. He still has the odd issue, still not 100% toilet trained, not his fault though. So we'd never rescued one, we'd only ever bought puppies. So we have another dog who you saw at the beginning, Daisy. We went all the way to Swansea for her, and we went to a breeder. Luckily turned out to be decent breeders. She's absolutely healthy. She is fine. We got Alfie, as I said, he was 5 months old. He had a lot of negative reinforcement, so they were scaring him into doing what they wanted him to do. But now he's a completely changed dog. He now comes for cuddles. He doesn't show any signs of aggression. He's just a brilliant dog. Since rescuing Alfie, my goal is now to rescue and rehabilitate dogs for the rest of my life. I will never go to a breeder again. Not because there's anything wrong with breeders, I'll get onto that in the further video. You do need to do the research, so you can't just sort of swan in, expect to take the dog same day. You know, you need to build a bond with the dog. As I say, not all bad dogs, just bad owners. It's never the dog's fault. So negative behaviour is learnt from negative actions. Sometimes dogs can show aggression through sort of fear and stress. Again, it's recognising the signs for that before it escalates. I'm not a behaviourist, I can't tell you what the signs are. Again, do your research. When you rescue your dog, ask the behaviourist. Most places have them. So that's something just to take into consideration. So going back to the breeders, I'll never go to another breeder again for a dog. There are brilliant breeders out there, you know, you have to have licences now. There's so many rules and regulations and laws regarding breeding. It's just personally, I think there is enough dogs out there already that need homes. But back onto the breeders, yeah. So most people there are decent breeders out there. I don't want to be known for slating them. You know, there are breeders out there that care about the dogs, ask for regular updates. Some even have waiting lists. You know, they microchip the dogs, vaccinate them before they even go home. So, you know, there are decent breeders out there, so I don't want to be slagging them off. It's just with the such high rate of puppy farms at the moment, you know, they are rife. My issue with the puppy farms, obviously, they are the dogs that are high in demand at the moment. French bulldogs, sort of pugs, cockapoos, Cavachons, the cute fluffy dogs, as I would say, the desirable breeds. Now the issue is with these dogs being in such high demand, dogs are going to suffer for it because people are trying to breed these dogs, get as many of them in and out, get a profit. Again, this is the backstreet breeders, not the decent, you know, breeders. I'm not referring to them, but there are people out there that literally leave the mum and the pups in, you know, squalid conditions, unhygienic, poor conditions. You know, pups die, pups get poorly, they don't vaccinate, they don't give them regular checkups, they don't look after the mum. This is why people should adopt and rescue dogs, because you do get situations like that. And the more you buy a dog, the more it just escalates to the problem and to the demand. So that's another reason I think everyone should adopt rather than, you know, go to a breeder. Just my personal opinion, I don't want to get too harsh about breeders. I just want to mention as well, I personally work in a rescue centre just for dogs, so that's my sort of knowledge. Rescue any animal, you know, you have people who abandon dogs and cats, rabbits, birds, reptiles. Be considerate. If you're going to get an animal, get a pet, try and rescue, just because they need the homes more than the ones, you know, than the young ones. So just consider it. I'm going to now. I did not realise the effects of having a pup. I mean, I was always too young to buy, you know, to be aware and to go out and look into this prior to getting Daisy and rescuing Alfie, so I wasn't aware. But obviously now you pass the knowledge on and people learn. I just want to quickly mention as well, I'm going to go into it in a further video, but there are a lot of overlooked breeds in the rescue centres as well. Now, I know people come in and they don't want, you know, the Staffordshire Bull Terriers. They don't want the greyhounds. Now, with the Staffies, one of my favourite breeds, I absolutely love a little Staffy. They are really judged. People use them for the wrong things. They're classed as a status dog, and I hate that word. I hate the fact that they are a status dog. It's because actually people don't realise that they are the most friendliest, family orientated dogs out there. They are like the most wonderful dogs in the world, like they're one of the most loving. But it's just unfortunately dogs get a bad name. Going back to the phrase, no such thing as bad dogs, just bad owners. Another misunderstood breed I wanted to mention that we find a lot of in our rescue centres are greyhounds. I wouldn't want to say a percentage, but a majority of greyhounds that we get handed to us have been ex-racing dogs. Now, whether you agree with racing dogs, I'll leave that to you. I personally don't, but again, everyone's entitled to an opinion. So we get a lot of handed over to us, you know, if they've hurt themselves or they retire them, they will hand them over to us to rehome. So the thing is with greyhounds, people think, oh, they need a lot of exercise, they need, you know, they need constant walking, they're full of energy. Complete crap. They literally are the laziest dogs I've ever met. They probably have a 20-minute, 30-minute at the most sort of energy burn off lead run in the morning, quite happy for a nap the rest of the day, then probably the same in the evening. So they actually don't require that much. They're not built for stamina, they're built for sprints. I can't say my words. Built for stamina. They're just not. Just want attention, they want cuddles. And normally really good with children. As far as I'm concerned, everyone, I don't want to say get a greyhound, you know, it's not going to have, rescue dogs have issues, but a lot of the time, greyhounds, great with children, no issues. And not another breed that people don't want so much, but this has made me realise how much dogs need us. The Beagles. So, Beagles really, you know, I'd say they were quite a popular breed. Do your research before getting one. Quite a funny breed to have if you're going to get one. A lot of the Beagles that we have come from the testing labs, you know, where they test like cosmetics and things on them. Whether you agree with that, I'll let you judge that opinion. I don't want to say yes or no, but personally I only use cosmetics that aren't tested on animals just because I've seen what it does to these dogs. Most of the time the Beagles come in very timid, very nervous, don't really trust anyone, and really only gain their confidence from other dogs. I mean, I personally found it quite distressing. Everyone might not feel the same, maybe people don't, you know, feel as passionate about this as I do. But they're just some examples of the dogs that I do see in the centre that sort of break my heart a little bit, and it makes me come to a realisation and think, yeah, I'm not, you know, these dogs need me more than an 8-week-old puppy. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little video on it, just to sort of try and get the word out there. People aren't aware of these situations. Can't get my words out. I just wanted to get it out there really, because I have found it really challenging the last 2 years, having Alfie. I mean, he's wonderful and I'm so glad that we put the effort in, because he's a completely different dog to the dog we got. He is literally amazing. So that's just another video of something I feel really passionate about. I feel that, you know, people should maybe attempt to go to a rescue centre first, you know, just at least just go and have a look, chat to the staff, hopefully find the next companion. Yeah, that's my video. I feel this shirt was quite appropriate because I am the crazy spaniel lady. Well, I just love dogs, but spaniel wise I have to. And yes, I have been reading notes because every YouTuber scripts their videos. That's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Any comments, leave below. Like the video, subscribe, and yeah, thanks guys.